Beep, 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 beep. The GreenStalk Fairy just arrived and brought me some goodies. So let's unbox it together because there is some really interesting stuff in here. And if we haven't met before, my name is Tara. I garden in the Bay Area and I've had GreenStalks for about 4 years now. I've made a ton of videos and I've got a playlist curated with all the information that you need to know to grow successfully in the GreenStalk, and I will put a link to it at the end of this video. All right, got ourselves some shade. It's the middle of the day and I don't like recording videos at this time, but there's a product in here that's coming out right now, so I got to get this video to you guys ASAP. Let's take a look. Okay, so here it is, product that I'm going to be demonstrating for you today. But before that, I want to show you a color that I have been dying to get for a long time. It's right in here. Ta-da! A 3-tier blueberry GreenStalk. I think it's going to look so amazing next to my lemon GreenStalks. I've been dying for that combination. Okay, let's get this out and then we're going to show you some other good things. You know, I love the packaging so much. This packaging actually is made really near the Tennessee office in Knoxville. And yeah, it's an all-American company, which is one of the big reasons why I love shopping with GreenStalk. Small family business, and they just do everything locally and support the community so much. And the box itself, look at the artwork. It looks like you're getting a present whenever you receive one of these. And of course, the GreenStalks are a wonderful present. This is the basket weave. This is my favorite. This is the only one I get these days. I've got the plain as well, but I just love this one so much more. So this time, for the very first time, I'm getting a mover rather than an ultimate spinner, and you'll see why in just a moment. But I've always wanted to kind of figure out the difference in the experience between having a mover versus having that ultimate spinner. The ultimate spinner is probably my favorite GreenStalk accessory. It moves like butter. I can literally move it with one finger, spin it around. And this one apparently holds the GreenStalk a lot sturdier. So I'm going to try and figure out the difference between the two and which one I like better. But for the product that we're going to be talking about, we need the mover, not the spinner. That's why I got this one. And of course, the wheels, the mover, right? All right, what else do we have in here? This is the GreenStalk Edible Plant Guide. And I've always wanted to peek into it and see what it's like. Now, I am an experienced gardener, so not really sure whether this is going to help me that much. But what I was really hoping for is it is going to give you examples of things. I probably need the scissors to open this one. I want to use my teeth. I would if I wasn't on camera. But yeah, this I'm hoping will contain plants that will actually grow well in the GreenStalk. I'm going to go get a scissors. Okay, full disclosure, I did not go get a scissors. I turned off the camera and then I used my teeth. Don't tell anyone, okay? Okay, let's take a look at what this looks like. So yeah, first off, I can already see general tips about the GreenStalk itself. High quality soil is key. Fill it up to the top with lightweight potting mix. All these good things, watering recommendations, and then it's got the list of plants that will grow well in it. It also talks about pests and fertilizer. And yeah, I love this. Look at that. It actually tells you the plant size, how to start it, what kind of watering needs it has, days to mature, whether it needs support or not, etc., etc. Yeah, just some really important basic stuff that I think, especially if you're a newer gardener, you will find this really, really useful. And yes, of course, all of these things grow well in the GreenStalk. So I'm liking it so far. I'll dig into it a little bit more. But Susie, the head gardener, is the author of this, as far as I know, and she's just amazing. So it's got to be good. And something that I have been meaning to get for quite a while, the seed domes for the new seed starting trays. Now, don't you love the bags that these come in? Reusable bags, and they can be used for storage of the seed domes when you're not using them. But I love the material that this is made of. It's really sturdy. A lot of the domes that you get today in the market, they are very, very flimsy. I'm not really sure why, but they literally, really lightweight and very flimsy plastic. Even some of the better companies, I was actually surprised. This is solid GreenStalk stuff. This is actually the same material that is used to make the little seed houses that GreenStalk sells, and I love the seed houses, one of my other favorite accessories. So my plants are going to be so happy with these little seed domes. And then, aha, sourdough towels. Now, little backstory here. During the pandemic, I started making sourdough just like a lot of people did during the pandemic, you know, honing those homesteader kind of skills. Oh, look at this. I got it in blueberry, and I also got lemon to match my blueberry and lemon planters. Wow, look at these. These are really nice. I didn't realize they're going to be this big, so soft. And this one's the lemon. Isn't that pretty? Oh, look, it's got a little hook thing that you can hang it up from as well. So thoughtful. So you can use sourdough towels in a few ways. You can use it, obviously, to store your sourdough after it's baked, wrap it up in it, and it keeps it nice and fresh. And the other way to use it is you dampen it when you're making your sourdough and you're letting it rise. You want to keep it kind of slightly humid. So you dampen the towel and place it over it, and it'll rise really well. So speaking of sourdough starter, did you know that people actually name their sourdough starter? Yeah, I didn't know, but I had to get on the bandwagon. So my starter is called Breadley Cooper. Isn't that smart? Of course, he's a babe, and I'm hoping some of his charm will rub off on my sourdough, and it's working well so far. So if you name your sourdough, do leave it in the comments. I'd love to know what fun names you've given your sourdough. Okay, let's get these out. Oh, I got stickers. Oh, look at that. I got a Made in the USA sticker. Actually, it's a fridge magnet. Pretty cool. And of course I got stickers too. Let's see what I got. Got to take this ladybug out really carefully. I don't want to damage her. They are reusable. Seed starting tray. Watermelon. I'm growing watermelon in my GreenStalk this year. Let's see how they do. And a little jar of fireflies. Yeah, these are fireflies. So cute. And I got dill seeds. Manual. I collect these manuals because I like seeing how they kind of evolve over time. I've had my GreenStalks for like 4 years now. I've got 12 GreenStalks, including this one. Oh, look at that. A warehouse clearance event. Did you guys know? October 1st to 21st, 2025, they're going to have all the limited colors available. So everything in that warehouse is going to be on clearance until all gone. So if there's a color that you've been waiting for and dying to get that disappeared as a limited edition, wait for the October 1st to 21st, 2025 warehouse clearance event. Pretty cool. And of course, thank you to the GreenStalk team that packed my beautiful planter. And now we're going to get this set up, and I'm going to show you that new little toy that we got. It actually does hold really, really firm. That's pretty cool. I'm just doing a demo setup right now. I'll be doing another video maybe next week where I actually fill this up and show you what I'm planting. And of course, I always get the lid, and I love the garden lid. I've got oak trees all around, and I can't do without the lid. So tell me in the comments, are you a garden lid person or are you a spring lid person? Don't know the difference? Well, the garden lid is used when you don't need irrigation, but if you do have the irrigation, that spout that comes with the spring lid, it fits that little irrigation tube on the top perfectly, and it's a little more awkward to do if you've got the garden lid. So if you have the irrigation, get the spring lid. Otherwise, the garden lid is just so adorable. All right, and now for the grand reveal. It's a mover drip tray. You know how you've got that tube usually that comes out from the bottom of the GreenStalk, and then you put some sort of a catchment system to catch the excess water that drips? Well, guess what? That's what this is going to be for. Unfortunately, it works only with the mover, and I'm sure that they'll come up at some point in time with something that works with the ultimate spinner as well. But for now, this works with the mover. And here are some of the features of this thing. So first off, it just slides right under the GreenStalk. You can hardly see it, which is really nice. And it's also got these separated things, but really what they are intended for is to prevent splash as the water flows into it from the top. You don't want it to splash and mess up the surface that it's on. So that's what these do. It kind of deflects, I guess, the water and makes it stay in here rather than splash all over the place. And then one more thing. This is a level indicator. So you really want to empty this out whenever you water it. But this is a helpful little indicator that will tell you that it's full and that you need to empty it. So let's go ahead and try it out. Let's fill some water on the top and let's see what happens. And by the way, folks, I am a GreenStalk affiliate. So if you do choose to buy this or any other wonderful GreenStalk product, I sure would appreciate it if you use my affiliate link, which will be in the description. And also if you use the code GreenLove10, you'll get $10 off your entire purchase. Thank you so much for your support for my channel. And do leave comments below. I love hearing from you. And by the way, doesn't it look absolutely splendid next to the lemon? I think I'm going to put it in the middle right here. Replace this ugly looking fireplace with that. Actually, it's not ugly. It's kind of cute. But I'm going to replace the blue planter over here, and then it's going to sit in between these two lemon green stalks. Okay, so this thing is going to flow right through very, very quickly. So I'm going to hope that the camera catches it. Yeah, there's no soil, so nothing to stop the flow. I hear it. Let's see what's happening. See it dripping. It's not yet started filling this thing up. It's full. It is going to start overflowing. You got to keep an eye on it, like every day. Just whenever you fill up the water, see how long it takes to fill up that thing. And that's a good indicator also of how much water you should be putting on top into your GreenStalk. All right, there it comes. Up to the brimming top. You really want to catch it before this happens if you really want to protect the base surface. So join me next week. We will be planting up this planter, and I'm also going to be revealing the results of the lemon GreenStalk soil comparison experiment for those of you that are following along. Did the Miracle Grow win, or did my own DIY soil mix win? Let's find out next week. Until next time, live green and love your greens.